Hey guys, Jack D175, and today, sorry, I'm just going to be talking about how I injured, I don't want to say broke, so it's not really broken, but how I injured my leg. I talked about it, said I was probably going to make a video on it in my last video, and yeah, this is it. So, basically, it was this past weekend in June 18th, I think it was. That's the day it happened. And, so I was going out for a full race weekend. It was Saturday practice day, Sunday was race day. And, this was on the practice day, just on Saturday, so I wasn't pushing real hard or nothing. And, it was second practice moto, and I go out, and first lap, I just felt weird. I don't know why. I felt comfortable, but I felt like I was getting squirrely. And there's this pretty decent sized double, and I'm on a 250F, and I'm hitting that thing fourth gear, like wide open, and still not clearing it very easily. So it's a pretty decent sized double. And first lap, some kid rolls it in front of me, and I see him like kind of come up the other side, and he was ahead of me. Like, I had room. Well, I thought I had room. And, so I went to jump it, and he just, like, kind of slammed on the brakes out of nowhere, started looking at his bike. Like, just kept riding. I'm sure you've done it before, and you kind of, like, look at the side of your bike just to see if you can notice anything. I land right behind him, and, I swerve to the left, and I clip his handlebar, and we both got away safe. We were both fine. No one went down. But, like, it scared the shit out of me. Like, I was really freaked out. I just rolled every jump. I just rode on the side of the track, actually, for a solid half a lap. So, come around next jump, I hit the jump clean, and it was all feeling fine. I was getting into a little bit of a groove. I was hitting all the corners. It's probably as fast as I ever have on that track. And then just third lap, come up to the jump, and I thought my bike sounded weird on the jump right before it, but I was like, whatever, it's probably nothing. So I'm going up to the jump, and remember, fourth gear, like, wide open, so I'm going pretty fast, and right as I get to the lip, the bike just cuts out, like, ran out of gas. So bike runs out of gas, and I just start to flip, and I was kind of confused at the time, and I couldn't tell how bad it was, how quick the bike was flipping. And it felt like I was probably going to save it, but then it started going, and I was going, I realized, like, there's no way I'm saving this. So I go to jump off, but I was already like a foot from the ground, and I landed directly on my head and my right shoulder. So, completely upside down, on head first. Didn't even have my hands out, nothing. I took all the force straight to my head and then to my shoulder. And I fell from about 15 feet, I think it was. And I get up, or actually, I haven't even explained what happened in the crash completely yet. So, land on my head and I roll, and somehow my right leg gets kind of caught under me. Trying to explain it so you can kind of visualize it. Say if you put the inside of your ankle, like, on the ground, you know how you have to bend your leg that way, and so your knee kind of makes an angle. Alright, so you put your inside of your ankle on the ground, and your thigh, your femur, is pointing, like, straight away from you, and then there's your knee, and then your calf, your shin bone, that's kind of pointing behind you. If you know what I'm trying to say, where your inside of your ankle is on the ground. I've said this a million times already. I don't know why I keep saying it. That's how I landed after I rolled, and I slid, like, it was about 10 feet, something like that. And so as I was sliding, I was like, oh shit, that hurt. Like, it didn't feel good on my ankle. Like, I knew there was something wrong, but I just thought, whatever, it's just sprained or it's twisted or something small like that. So I get up, I run off the track, and take my goggles off, and like I just started, my legs felt weak, so I just laid down. And I started looking around. I couldn't see my bike anywhere, so I was all confused. And people were running over. There was 3 guys. They were like, "How's your neck? How's your neck? Like, can you breathe?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel fine." They're like, "You landed on your head. We thought you broke your neck." And I was like, "No, my head feels fine. It's just my leg is hurting a little bit." So the medics come over. They start talking to me. They start touching my leg. Everything's fine. So I just say, like, "Can we just get off the track? I want to just sit by the truck. You can check me out there." Or they're like, "Yeah." So they put me in the golf cart, whatever it is. Looks like a golf cart. And go over to the truck, and I'm taking all my gear off. My neck brace is, the latch is broken on the right side. I have a Liet, so the right side was like broken, and right side was broken. So when I just undid the left side, it just kind of fell off, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's not good. I must have hit harder than I thought." So I say, like, my right leg's killing me. Like, let's just take my boot off. So we take it off, and it hurt. Not as much as I thought it was going to, because I thought it was going to be really bad. I thought maybe my ankle was broken. So they're just feeling it once I had my boot off, and it hurt a bit. It wasn't too bad, and we took my sock off. And my ankle and my foot all swelled up, and it was approximately the size of my calf, if you can imagine that. So I'll put some like pictures I got on my phone of it, but the pictures I have is when it was already in a splint, and the swelling was not, you can't see it as much because it kind of covers my foot, but it doesn't look good. So they're telling me, yeah, it's very possible that you broke it, like, badly. So I didn't know to believe them or not, because last year I broke my left thumb, and when I was in the ambulance, they just had an ambulance at the track. When I was in the ambulance, they're like, "Oh, you're fine. You might have fractured it. It's definitely sprained. You should probably get it checked out just to be sure." And I ended up getting it checked out, and the doctor said it was one of the worst breaks he's ever seen, like, on a thumb. He said it was, like, he says he has no clue how I'm not still screaming because it was so bad. So I didn't know to believe this, so I kept saying in my head, "Oh, I'm going to be fine. I just won't be able to walk for a week or something," because hurt the same foot playing hockey earlier in the year. I couldn't walk for a week, and it was like, just because I got hit with the puck, it was just a bad bruise. I thought it was maybe that. And I get to the hospital, waiting around for an hour or two, and I go into the x-ray room, and they tell me that it looks like my foot, or not my foot, around the inside of my ankle is slightly fractured. And you know that bone that sticks out, looks like a ball under your skin? There were pieces of bone broke off of that, so there's 2 pieces of bone just floating around in my foot. And they say the way that I was describing the pain and where it was, they said, "I'm not feeling a broken bone." They said, I messed up the tendons and all the ligaments and the muscles around my ankles. So they're saying, if it's what we think it is, you're looking at 6 to 8 weeks minimum recovery time. So get my crutches, all that. They slap a cast on it, and it was really tight, but I just kind of went with it. So I slap a cast on it, give me some crutches, I go home, and then 2 days later, my foot was just killing me. Like, it hurt a lot. I don't know, it was just really bad. So we go back to the hospital, and I take the cast off, and my toes were purple and ridiculously swollen. Like, most of my toes swelled up to like the size of what your big toe should normally be. So it was not pretty at all. And yeah, so they took that cast off, took some x-rays and they said, we can't see any fracture. We can't see those little flecks of bone that were in the other one, because we had the x-rays burned onto a CD for them to look at. And they said, yeah, so if you're still feeling pain, it's either just bruised or it is the tendons and ligaments and all that around it. So they slap another cast on it. This one's a lot more comfortable because it accommodates the swelling. And my whole foot is swollen, by the way, like real bad. But yeah, this accommodates the swelling so it's not like unbearable pain 24/7. And they set me up for an appointment to go see an orthopedic surgeon. So we're going to see if I need surgery or not, because we still don't 100% know for sure what's wrong with it. But really hoping it's just really badly bruised. So that's pretty much it. There's not much else to talk about. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.